I thrifted 2 wingback chairs. They're very petite, but when I say they're sturdy, they're very, very sturdy. And the stain on the chair is very pretty, and I wanted a neutral white and cream deconstructed chair. I've seen them on Pinterest or Instagram, and I thought I could do this. So I went to Hobby Lobby and got some really pretty raw, very pretty textured fabrics. And I spent about $20 on each chair for the fabric, which wasn't too bad. And I paid $160 for both chairs thrifted off Facebook Marketplace. These are the little chairs, and you probably remember them from a previous video. Aren't they cute? Tara is here to help me, and we're just going to try to figure out what fabric needs to go on what little section. I really like antique chairs because the fabric is separated, and I just think it really gives it a really pretty little charm and just such a fun little way to display different fabrics. I had to run inside and get some scissors and the spray glue. Just a lot of little stuff to help us make this job a little bit easier. So Tara's waiting for me while the kids swim. This job is so easy. We were a little nervous just starting off because we had never did it before. But once we started, we got faster and faster on each section. So this chair took us about an hour and a half. And the next chair won't take near as long because I know what I'm doing now. The tricky part is just getting the piping off the fabric without actually tearing the fabric, because the fabric that you're applying will lay smoother on top of the original fabric, if that makes sense. So we would get the piping going, and then sometimes it would just tear off very easily. And then other time we would have to stop and kind of give it a little bit of a cut with some scissors. And then it would just continue to pull off very nicely. So here's what we're doing. You can see it. This is a part where it got stuck. And this side just went right off so easy. And I was worried about the fabric covering this really bold apricot fabric, because what I bought was cream and just not a bold color, but it covered up beautifully. So let's get this piping off, and you guys can see how we do it, and we'll see how this chair turns out. I had originally thought I might want touches of blue on this chair, but in the end I just went with all neutral, and I am so happy that I did. We just take the fabric and kind of make a makeshift pattern on how much fabric we need for each section. So right now we're working on the arm piece, which is a tiny little piece, and I left a little bit of an overlay because once we stapled it, I knew I wanted a really raw, very unfinished edge on each section. And Tara is not too sure about this project. She kept saying, "You staple it?" Like, I could tell she didn't think it would turn out very well, and I kept telling her, like, no, it's going to be really pretty. So I think I started stapling, and then Tara took over. Tara always does little things like hang shelves for me if Titus ain't available. She kind of helps both Carrie and I on projects. And I was a little apprehensive on this project, so that's why I recruited Tara, but it turned out. I will let you know what Tara thinks of the chair once we finish at the end of this video. So let's get to stapling, get to cutting, get to spraying the spray glue, and let's see how this chair turns out. Yep, right there. Sometimes my projects that I don't research, I just think about it in my head, or I see it done and I think I can do that, turn out to be honestly one of my best little projects. And I'm cutting the fabric and it's leaving a really pretty raw exposed edge on the very, very edge of the fabric, and I missed a staple there. So we have a spray adhesive glue, and I bought that because I thought, well, the fabric will probably, stay on the original fabric while we're trying to staple, right? It'll be easier. I didn't think it would work like too great. You guys, this spray adhesive glue, I'll have it linked in my description. It works so well, you could barely pull the fabric off the original fabric. That's how much it just stuck. Amazing stuff. So first we would take adhesive glue once we cut the fabric or the pattern, and we would spray the adhesive glue and then apply the fabric and smooth it down, and worked like a charm. So we're getting this pattern cut, and you want a really good overlay because sometimes you use more fabric than it originally would look like. So this particular pattern, we didn't cut quite enough, so we kind of had to stretch it. Do you see right there to the left? That we didn't cut enough. So it ended up working, but the next section we cut quite a bit of an overlay just to make sure, because we didn't want to waste fabric. And this is a waffle print fabric. Absolutely gorgeous. The texture is beautiful. The fabric is really rough and raw feeling. I love this fabric. And you can kind of see how the rough, raw edge is going to look after it's cut. And let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited for you guys to see the finished product. And let me know in the comments below if you would attempt to do a deconstructed chair and if you even like it. Here we are with the middle section done and the right hand section done, and both fabrics together are just really pretty. The middle fabric is almost like a batting. Did I say that correct? It's very like raw, almost has a fuzzy look or feel without being fuzzy. I'm not sure of the fabric. I don't know what it's called. And we're working on the left hand side. And Tara did most of the stapling, and finally towards the end she was like, do you want to staple? And I was like, yeah. Sometimes if I'm apprehensive about a project, I'll draw one of my sisters in, and it's mainly Tara, and she gives me the courage to start. So if you're thinking about doing a project and maybe you just need a little bit of encouragement, maybe get a girlfriend or a sister, and it just kind of gives you that little bit of a oomph to get going. And confidence. So we are just working away, and while Tara is stapling, I am working on the piping all along the edges, trying to get all that ready to go. And it's 101 or 2, so it's very hot, and the kids are swimming, and we're just working away. When I took the piping off on the left-hand side of the chair, the original batting, I hope I'm saying that correct, was exposed, and I really wanted to leave that on the 2 outer edges of the chair, but I didn't know how well it would hold up or stay in, and so just to be cautious, I went ahead and just covered it up with fabric. We were spraying that adhesive spray. We stapled down the front part of the chair, and then we needed a little piece for the very back. And so we just took the fabric, sprayed it, tucked it in firmly, and it worked perfect, you guys. I used a really pretty white, pretty big like Eurosham from Magnolia. I'll have it linked as well. And it gave the chair a really relaxed, very pretty look. And I really like it. It's super comfortable to sit in. And I just really, really love how this chair turned out. So onward to the second chair on another day. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys on the next video.